Hey, what's up guys, I'm Matt. I'm here to show you how to load some bowls. I'm going to load my first bowl right here. We're just going to use a single flavor. It's a blueberry muffin. It's one of my favorite flavors. As you can see, it's a pretty sticky flavor. It's nice and rich, nice and wet still. It's a good flavor right there. Just going to take a nice handful. I like to cup it in the front of my hand like this and just spread it in with my fingers, just kind of dabble it in. Just spread it around nice. Try not to pack it too tight. You want it to stay pretty loose. That's why it's called loose leaf tobacco. So you want it to stay pretty loose. And your fill line should be about at the top. So this is okay. We could even have a little bit more in here if we wanted. But you don't really want to waste shisha. So once you feel you've got a good even surface on top, take your foil, cover it over nice and smooth like this. I grab it with a hand. And then I go around like this and just make sure everything's nice and flat. Just makes it look nice and neat also. Then we just use a normal safety pin here. Start at the edge. Poke your holes. Try to stay pretty close together, and we just work in a circular motion. The more you do this, of course, the better it is. Another thing to remember is make sure you go up and down. Try not to drag, because if you drag, you'll tear the foil and it'll create just big nasty holes. So if you have to go slower than this, that's totally fine, of course. And just work your way around in a circle until you reach the middle, and it should look something like that. The more holes, the better sometimes. Of course, you don't want to go too crazy. Just lets the heat actually be able to get into the shisha to be able to heat up the hookah. So that's a single flavor. So now we're going to show you how to load a double flavor. Flavors together here. We've got our orange cream and blue mist. So we're going to put those together. And the best thing to use is just a flat tin of one of the tops of these. Like before, grab a nice handful, but only about a half as much as you would for a normal sized bowl, and the same equivalent on the other one. And here you're just going to kind of mix everything together. Mixing the flavors together like this actually allows you to smoke the flavor combined, whereas if you put half of the shisha on one side and half the shisha on the other side, you would smoke one flavor at a time. But this way you're actually smoking a combined mixture of the two. Just like that. Then the same way, cup it in your fingers, dabble it in your bowl. And depending on how big your bowl size is will just depend on how much shisha you need. I know this is a smaller bowl, so I didn't need as much shisha as the other bowl I loaded. Same thing, spread it around evenly. Check your fill line. Notice it's about flat, so we're good. Same as before, grab your foil, lay it over the top. Smooth it around with your hands. Makes a nice even seal. Take your safety pin. Same as before, start on the outside. Like I said before, make sure you go up and down as much as possible. You don't want to drag the foil, you'll tear it. And it'll create nasty holes where too much heat will get through. And then you'll just end up burning your shisha. Shisha is not meant to be burned, it's meant to be heated. And there you have it. There's your single flavor and there's your double flavor. If you guys have any questions, shoot us a comment or just let us know. Thanks a lot.